Yeah, I'm ready. We're ready.
Let's do it.
Welcome back to Call It in the Ring.
Woo!
I'm Kevin Kittredge, and this is Johnny Jam Parker.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back, Double K.
Good to see you.
Good to have
Thank you very much. I say Jam like the Fabulous Freebirds used to do with Jimmy Jam Garvin. Michael Pulis, Sexy Hayes, Jimmy Jam Garvin. Hey, check it out. We are 5 days away from WrestleMania 34.
We're at the end of the road.
We are 4 days away from NXT TakeOver and Ring of Honor. What's the name of this card?
What's it called? Ring of Honor.
Bound for. It's not a Bound for Glory. That's
No, it's what is the name of this one?
Supercard of Honor.
Supercard of Honor.
Supercard of Honor. We are 3 days away from the WWE Hall of Fame on Friday.
Chicken Hall of Fame.
We are 2 days away from Thursday.
It's coming.
I got a buddy coming in from out of town.
Oh, nice. There you go. That'll be fun.
I don't think Tony watches the show, though, but he should. He likes wrestling. You know what, Van? You bring up a good point here. On the cover page of ours, it says Supercard of Honor. Thank you. Yes. On the cover of this show, it said, "The American Badass is back," or something like that, or The Undertaker. Not only are we not sure that, am I not sure that The Undertaker's back? Junior's very certain about this. He seems to have his finger in the pot, his ear to the door, something like that. Not only that, but they didn't show up on Raw or SmackDown.
Nope. I mean, we still have NXT tomorrow night, so fingers crossed.
What do we have tomorrow night?
NXT, so you never know.
I don't think he's going to show up on NXT.
Aww.
I keep thinking to myself, okay, is Cena going to be on like the Today Show or the Tonight Show or any show that people watch? Maybe they'll do it at Hall of Fame? Is Cena even going to be... Cena's
always in Hall of Fame. He's always in the audience.
He'll be there. Did you ever see that picture of him from like 10 years ago wearing that douchiest fucking rap suit?
Oh.
Terrible.
Poor John Cena.
But, I mean, that was part of his gimmick. That brought him where he is. But, man...
It's going to be interesting. Like, some people have been calling predictions out saying that it'll be WrestleMania. We'll actually pan over. We'll see John Cena actually sitting in the audience. Sitting back, having a grand old time, watching the matches or whatever. And then at some point, we'll hear the Kid Rock come out or whatever, start doing American Badass, and Undertaker will show up and be like, you still want that match type deal. So, I mean, those are what people are predicting.
They're thinking it's going to happen at WrestleMania.
Exactly, yeah. Because, I mean, people are already going to watch, and I guess there's enough speculation. Well, I think WWE believes there's enough speculation around it where people are going to tune in for it. So, I think that's the reason why a lot of people are going with this prediction.
I think you have to do it before the show.
Honestly, I'm not really that invested in it, to be honest with you. Because, like, the thing about this is I kind of feel like right now a lot of the WWE storylines are very last minute. Like, these have been storylines that have been building for, like, a while. Like, especially, like, right now, we have over New Japan Pro Wrestling, we have the Golden Lover storyline, we have the Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes feud. That's been building for, like, 2 years. Golden Lover's been going on for, like, a decade. There's been some long-form storytelling going on that's, like, led to, like, so much payoff. We're like, oh, my God, I can't believe this is happening. They're back together. They turn to each other. Oh, my God. And it's like you're just so invested in it. Both WWE, it's like they've tried to rush all this, like, emotion and whatnot into about a month, like 5 weeks.
Tell you what, if you bring the Golden Lovers up, tell you what, I don't know much about their history. You say it's been years in the building for that. What is the story of Kenny Omega, and is it Kota Ibushi?
So I'm going to butcher this because you guys know, like, I'm just getting into New Japan Pro Wrestling, so I'll do the best I can in the comments. You guys let me know if I'm missing any pieces. So pretty much the way the story goes, again, long-form storytelling, Kenny Omega is an up-and-coming wrestler, like, over in Canada. He sees a video of Kota Ibushi that kind of, like, blows him away. And, like, you know what? This guy's amazing. Like, I want to challenge him and whatnot. So at some point, he makes it over to Japan. He meets Kota Ibushi, and they both, like, discover they both have a fondness for wrestling. They both have a fondness for the craft. They both want to take, like, wrestling to the next level. So they begin at, like, tagging together. And then when they start tagging together, the whole gimmick is supposed to be, they're supposed to be the golden fighters or the golden, like, gloves. But instead they go with, let's go with the Golden Lovers. And that's like their whole stick and everything like that.
Was there any indication that they were involved with each other? Is there now? Now they're hinting at it, right?
Well, here's the thing. It's like tongue in cheek. It's not like how WWE used to do when Mr. Ash was tagging. It's like, wait, are they gay? No. With this one, it's more tongue in cheek. Like they hug each other. I mean, think about this. There's video out there of them like hugging, embracing each other, caring for each other. I mean, they have kissed before, which was like, oh, they're going all the way with this. But again, like but I don't know. And so, but they kind of leave it like tongue in cheek, leave it out there. And so they start tagging together and they are successful. They win the first tag belts. They're doing all this amazing things. But then all of a sudden, Kota Ibushi starts to get these like singles opportunities because he's amazing in the ring. He's like a phenomenal performer. So he starts to get these single opportunities, but guess what? He starts to win. And he starts to like go on. And then Kenny sees this, and all of a sudden they're tagging less and less, and you can tell that Kenny's getting a little bit frustrated. So all of a sudden, they get a match together when they go against each other. And then this match is just straight rivalry. They're trying to prove each other against each other. Kenny's trying to prove that he can keep up with him, that he doesn't want his friend to leave him behind. And so they have this match, but sadly enough, Kenny loses. And then afterwards, they embrace. There's all this emotion and everything like that. And then Kenny feels like he's falling short, that he's just not good enough. Later on, he has some more matches or whatnot. And then eventually, Kenny feels that he's not strong enough, and he goes and joins the Bullet Club. So he joins the Bullet Club as like their new member. He becomes the cleaner, and he starts like winning matches. He starts doing all these things. This momentum starts building up for them, and they start like doing all these things. But as he's done this, he's like turned against all the morals and stuff that he had before. Because before he was a face, now he's become this like total heel. He's gone to the dark side and all these things. And him and Kota, like they see each other in passing, but that friendship is kind of like gone and whatnot. And then a few years ago, after Kenny's match against, who's his 5-star match again? His 6-star match, actually. Okada. He has a match with Okada. The second one, actually, it was an emotional affair. It was amazing. He had put his all into it, trying to prove himself. He loses. He goes backstage. And when he goes backstage, guess who's there? Ibushi. And he goes up to Ibushi. He's like crying. He's like distraught. He goes into his arms. But then he pushes himself away. He's like, no, I'm not worthy of this. It's like, what of all the stuff I've done? I've totally turned to the dark side and all these different things like that. And then fast forward a little bit later, Cody Rhodes joins the Bullet Club. And, Cody and Kenny have become like butting heads for like control of the Bullet Club and everything like that, to the point where he's, Cody tried throwing the towel for him against like in the Oda fight and everything like that. But then Cody starts a rivalry with Ibushi. But when he does this, though, he's trying to hurt him. He's trying to hurt Ibushi to get to Kenny. And so at one moment, right when they're about to like put a chair on his head or anything like that, Kenny comes running out. Saves him and everything like that. But again, they're still not back together. Kenny leaves. And then later on, they start doing this. The Bullet Club tries to do the same thing to Kenny. So they go ahead and they try to like hit Kenny with a chair. Ibushi comes running out, saves him at the last minute. And then all of a sudden, Ibushi reaches out his hand. Kenny doesn't shake it. He's like, I'm not worthy. Like, I've done all this terrible stuff. I'm not worthy. And Ibushi just stands there. It's like, come on. It's like, no. And finally, Ibushi's like, fuck it. Boom. And embraces him. They just hug. And the audience goes crazy. I'm like, oh, my God, they're back together. They're back together. The Golden Lovers are back together. I can't believe this. You're just like, oh, God. And again, this long-form storytelling with all these, like, subtle hints spread throughout the years. And again, I'm trying to rush this into, like, a couple minutes for you. But again, there's even more stuff that happened in between. But then after that, we go to the Bullet Club, because this whole time the Bullet Club has been having this ongoing rivalry within, where they've been trying to they've been saying that now they're saying there's too many alpha males in the Bullet Club. Like Cody wants power, Kenny is the leader, but Cody kind of wants to take it away from him. So then all of a sudden, last weekend, we get a tag match of the Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks. But as you're watching this match, though, it's crazy.
Were you there?
No. But our producer, Junior was there. And I got to see some of the video and whatnot. And so as you're watching this match, you see the storytelling again. Coda's going at it. He's wrestling these guys, playing clean or whatnot. But whenever Kenny gets in the ring, it's hard for him. Because the Young Bucks were his boys. They've been there from like day one together. So he's having a hard time wrestling them. I've had a hard time doing this match with them. But they managed to pull it off. They managed to stand strong. And they managed to win. Later on, at another promotion, when the Young Bucks are trying to like break up a fight between Kenny and Cody pushes the Young Bucks. But whereas Kenny did it and there was remorse in his eyes and whatnot, Cody doesn't give a damn.
Yeah.
He's kind of heartless with it and everything like that. And so then later on, this leads to another match, which happened last weekend, where it was the Golden Lovers versus Cody. And who was his tag partner?
It was
Hangman. So they have this amazing match going back and forth. It was super sick. It was amazing. Technically flawless. It was awesome. And then during this match, though, the Young Bucks come out. And they see everything that's happening. They see all the stuff that Kenny's doing. They see stuff that Cody's doing. And they look at Cody's like, why are you doing this? He's part of Bullet Club. He's supposed to be like our brother. And then Cody's like puts out his hand. Young Bucks are like, nah, man, we're not down with this. And they walk away. And so then there's that emotion there. And during this match, you see guys on the screen, Cody got caught up in bad. He's bleeding everywhere. It was such a bad cut. There's like a lot of times you're like, oh, that's a work. But that one was like, that was like,
that was messed up.
Yeah, I can't tell if it was a work or it was an accident, but man, had me buying the story. And then later on, Kenny Omega does this flip. He gets tossed into a table, and his back gets like cut up, sliced up sick. So again, it was a brutal match. And then this match, Cody and the Hangman win. They managed to win. They pulled out the win against the Golden Lovers, which is taking us to this weekend now. We're going to finally get this singles match between Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, which has been building for so long. So that's probably the reason why I say with WWE right now, WWE has everything they need. They have some of the greatest athletes in the world. They have the money to spend. They have the performance center, but they're not doing long form storytelling. Like I kind of feel they're dropping the ball. Like for example, like today before the match, before the podcast, I was doing some research. So you know the WWE Performance Center, right?
Sure.
So at the Performance Center, we know they train wrestlers, but I didn't know this. They also train the referees. They train the on-air personality. They train commentators. They train the training staff. They go through all this stuff. It's their medical facility. It's a rehab clinic. If someone gets injured before they come back to WWE, they go there. They get their like rust off them and everything like that. They have a high impact ring for like doing cart flips and everything like that. So it's like flawless. They also do like promos. They have all these things in the Performance Center. But you know what they don't have at the Performance Center?
Drama class.
Well, pretty much. They don't have a writer's room. Like the thing about this though is that they have these wrestlers cutting promos, but they don't have a writer's room where they're talking about how do we create storytelling that's going to engage our audience. It's like going to be this long form. We're going to engage storytelling.
Okay, hold on. They don't have it at the Performance Center, but they certainly have a writer's room for Raw and SmackDown.
True, but like let me rephrase it this way: when I say they don't have a writer's room, they don't have a writer's room to train their writers before going on to the staff.
I think, as I understand it, they take writers in from outside though. Mm-hmm. They're like, okay, we like what you're doing here and here and here.
And I think that might be the problem, though, because, like, again, this is my opinion. Because I know that, because I've had some friends who have tried out for, like, because I'm a writer, I write comic books. I've had some friends who've, like, tried to write for the WWE before. A couple have gotten jobs. A couple, like, didn't get picked up. But the thing about this is, they bring in these outside people, just as you said. They want to bring in people from soap operas, established writers and fiction from television, which is it's absolutely great, but, you know...
Freddie Prinze Jr. Bring in Freddie Prinze Jr.
There it is. Exactly.
You know that he was brought in.
Yeah, I remember, right? I was like...
Who else? Who was the other guy?
They also brought in Max Landis as a consultant for a little while.
Did they actually bring him in?
Yeah, he came as a consultant. He didn't go join the writing staff. He was a consultant. Patrice O'Neal was on the writing staff at one point. And so the thing about this is that when I look at that, I'm like, that's a great strategy. Pulling these people, having them work together. But you have this product that's been going for years. You have this thing that's going across the world. You can train your writers. You can do a writer's program where you kind of bring them in, have them watch matches, have them watch things, have them like develop storytelling, like really get them ingrained into the process. And I'm just saying that that's my potential idea for maybe better storytelling in the WWE. Train your writers as hard as you train your wrestlers. Because right now we have one of the most athletic, gifted WWE wrestlers in the world right now. Sami Zayn, amazing. Finn Balor, amazing. Kevin Owens, amazing. I mean, Asuka, Shinsuke Nakamura. We have these physical athletes who can do all the things that we want them to do, but we need to give them proper stories to tell. But again, that's just my opinion. I may be wrong. Dennis Miller.
Thank you, Craig. That's very nice. Craig noticed my haircut.
Oh, nice.
You just got it today. Okay, well, tell you what. While we were talking about being the elite, or we're talking about the elite, I wanted to talk just about the fact that being the elite has become very important. It's become must see, can't miss wrestling entertainment.
Yeah.
Because I think they first started out just as here's what we're doing, and they would do a couple of goofy things, but now they've actually there's nothing else like it in the pro wrestling world where they incorporate real storylines into it, that everybody knows that one of the Jackson brothers is editing this. So they know that he sees all of this stuff, all the bad things that Cody's doing. It's a mix of kayfabe and real life, and I think it's amazing.
No, it's brilliant. It's
and
really
Kota Ibushi, they did the whole thing where the Young Bucks met up with Kenny Omega, and they opened up the door further, and there's Ibushi there, and it's like, whoa! And I didn't know much at all about Ibushi, but I was like, uh-oh, what's going on here?
Yep.
So good for those guys.
Do you remember he was on NXT last year?
Kota Ibushi? I don't remember that, really. How long
That's
was he
right.
there for?
Well, and they wanted to sign Ibushi, but he didn't want to. He didn't
want to sign?
Yeah.
It was a good move. And you know what's interesting, too? Because, like, what this kind of reminds me of with the Elite, it reminds me of what Zack Ryder did a few years ago.
Sure.
When he created the Internet Championship and whatnot, and he did all this self-promotion for himself on YouTube and got himself over. And it's weird because, like, I feel like the WWE sees people do these things, and they're like, oh, that worked. That worked really well. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. Nah, just keep doing the same thing we do. Nah, just keep doing the same thing we do. So it's kind of crazy. It's like you would think the WWE would have more shows like this with the wrestlers behind the scenes. I mean, I guess in a way you could say they do with the WWE Diva show in a way, maybe, and like the Bella show, kinda. But
and they tried Tout. They tried it. Remember Tout?
I don't remember Tout.
You don't remember Tout?
I don't remember Tout.
Do you remember Tout? You guys remember Tout? It was the social media app. It was like Instagram stories. Okay, it's coming together now. I think Daniel Bryan used to make fun of it. Tout! We're going to tout. I think when they canceled SmackDown... Talking Smack, they were like, we're taking this to Tout.
See, and that was the crazy thing. Talking Smack was brilliant.
Oh, it was brilliant. It was a great idea. It can't have cost that much to produce. I don't know why.
No. And not only that, the wrestlers love doing it themselves.
Maybe the production team was like, dude, we just... did 2 shows in a row.
And we're doing 205 Live right now, too.
Yeah, and on pay-per-view weeks, it's the 4th day in a row, whatever.
But the crazy thing about it was that Talking Smack was like sometimes better than SmackDown. Like yes. You have that great example right now how the Elite is mixing in like, you know, that real world and kayfabe all at the same time. That's what Talking Smack did. To this day, one of those segments I still believe is what got The Miz over is where he goes off on Daniel Bryan.
Absolutely.
It was like, you say I'm a coward, you say this, well guess what, I'm not injured, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And it gets like really real and Daniel Bryan walks off and you're like, I don't know how much of this is real, how much of this is fake, but this is amazing. This is drama right here. And then it bleeds into like The Miz starting to copy his style and everything like that in the ring. It was brilliant. And it's crazy that the WWE doesn't utilize more of that.
Craig says he can't take Cody Rhodes seriously. He looks like Eminem.
Spaghetti.
You've seen the latest Being the Elite, yes?
I have not.
Okay, well, did you hear that Cody Rhodes said, hey, just so you guys know, we're changing the Bullet Club logo.
Oh, this I did hear about. I saw the shirt.
There we see on the screen on the left is the proposed new logo of the Bullet Club. Very, very funny. Very, very funny. Yeah, Craig, we're totally going to get The Miz and Bryan to face off at some point.
I agree. Sure I have to be honest with you, Craig. I expected this would be the match. I expected we'd have The Miz and Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental Championship. I didn't expect it to be this tag match we're getting, but we can get that later, though. But I agree with you. I'm looking forward to that. Maybe we'll get it at SummerSlam.
So on SmackDown tonight, it opened up with Shane and Daniel Bryan hugging each other, hugging it out, saying we're a team, we're a united team, we're going to take them out.
Many fences.
Now, with the stipulation that Owens and Zayn, if they lose, they're fired forever, it clearly indicates that they're going to win, right? And I'm fine. I'm very fine with that. I hope it's Shane taking the pin. I don't think Shane looks healthy.
Oh no!
I don't think he should be wrestling at all. I was excited to see him come back. A year ago, I didn't think he was in great shape for The Undertaker, and I don't think he's gotten better.
No, and not only that, though, but because you heard about the viral infection, right?
Yeah, I don't know how much of it was. Obviously, he had real physical issues, health issues. I don't know if he had diverticulitis, like they said. Someone said that. It's like, okay, well, that took out Lesnar, who was out forever. So I don't think he had that because he's coming back 2 weeks later. But Junior says, hey, what do you think if Shane turns heel on Bryan? I'm like, I'd be fine with that. I'd be all right with that.
I'd be okay with it. I mean, I got to be honest, though. Like, I kind of like Shane as a face. It's kind of nice having a McMahon that isn't a heel right now because we already have Stephanie and we still have Vince who shows up once every blue moon. So, I mean, it wouldn't be terrible. I do like the fact that they made defenses tonight. They both admit they're in the wrong. So I want to see what they would like. What will kind of be built from here moving forward. I mean, I would want a little bit. I don't know. Like, honestly, if he turned heel and aligned himself with Sami and
I don't think he would necessarily align himself with them. I think he would just
turn on Daniel.
Yeah. If I were to guess, I would not guess that it's going to happen, but it's certainly a possibility.
Yeah, for sure. It's always a possibility because you never know because they could change it last minute. But yeah, I wouldn't be the greatest fan of it, but if it happened, it happens.
Man, Taker was 2 years ago? That's right. Taker,
yeah, because last year was
2 years ago.
AJ Styles.
Hello, Mikey. Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's go through the card. Okay, on the pre-show for WrestleMania, we got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I have no idea who's going to win this.
I mean, I don't want to be rude, but do you care? Because, I mean, the problem with it is, though, is that I'm just being honest. A lot of times with these battle royals, they say that it's going to launch a person's career, but last year the winner was Mojo Rawley.
Right. That's a very good point.
And so the thing about it is, though, and it's also in the pre-show, which shows you how seriously they're taking this as well. I mean, are there talented individuals in the Andre Giant Battle Royale? Of course there are. But the problem with it is, though, is that, like, if I'm just going by history, we don't see them get a push afterwards. If I had to give my prediction, though, well, let me say this. This isn't a prediction because I have no idea because there hasn't been any real storytelling leading up towards this. If I had to say who I would want to win, give it to Matt Hardy.
I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be fun if he won.
Yeah. After his deletion event, after it kind of proved a lot of the skeptics within the WWE wrong, I feel he deserves this win, and I feel maybe he himself could actually do something fun with it, where he's like, I have harnessed the spirit of Andre! I am a giant! You're like, no, you're not. But it's like, he could potentially have some fun with it.
If I were to guess, I would guess that it's somebody who hasn't been announced yet, maybe like a returning Lashley or something like that. That would be my guess. How about on the ladies' side? I guess I haven't been paying that much attention. And I guess Sasha and Bayley are not having a one-on-one match. They are added to the women's battle royal, which I find very disappointing for them. Who could win that? Who should win that?
I mean, given my prediction, I would probably say, I think what's going to end up happening is that potentially it's going to come down to Sasha versus Bayley for it. Because they've started this feud, so it could come down to them two in the ring going back and forth for it. But then again, though, I don't think they would give them that much time. I think they might want to do something more with this after WrestleMania. That would be my prediction for maybe some decent storytelling. But if I had to give this to somebody, someone who probably deserves this win, give it to Becky.
I thought you were going to say that.
I like Becky.
I love Becky. Becky's great.
She's dope, and I feel like she's been overlooked as of late. Like, to be honest with you, the fact that Becky, Bayley, and let me phrase this. Definitely the fact that Sasha and Becky are not on the main WrestleMania card is a waste. Bayley's had a rough year, and it's not her fault. It's a lot of the writing and the way she's been booked and whatnot. But Sasha and Becky have been workhorses for this for the WWE Women's Division. It's a shame they're not on the main card.
I agree. I think it's fascinating that it's being thrown out there that the main event of the show would be Kurt and Ronda against Trips and Steph.
You think that's going to be the main event?
I know that I don't know. I don't know. I think it's certainly possible, and I think that would piss me off. I mean, it would piss me off more than... I mean, I see it as Lesnar and Reigns, which I'll be disappointed, but at least that makes sense to me. I don't know, man. What do you think is going to be the main event?
I don't think it's going to be Undertaker and Cena because last year was supposed to be his retirement and whatnot, so that makes this why it was the last one. This year he's going to come back as the American Badass. I think that's be more of like a celebration in a way. So I feel like Kid Rock, after being you know when they do the Hall of Fame thing where they bring all the people out.
Sure.
I feel Kid Rock will come out, maybe do a couple bars of American Badass. All of a sudden Undertaker will show up and they'll do that match then. So it'll be kind of like an interlude match. So I don't think this will be. I don't think that mixed tag match will be the last one. I mean, be honest with you, if I had to call it right now, I think I'm not excited for it, but I think Roman sadly.
Mikey, you can't stand Becky's voice? Is it her voice or her accent? Because I think they're both great. But I'm interested what you don't like.
And Matt, I like your prediction of Becky for Kim Possible because they are making that live action movie, so that would be dope. What's the sitch?
I think Alexa wins just because I think every other title is going to change hands. I don't think they want it to be super predictable. Every title changes hands.
So you think AJ is going to beat Shinsuke?
No. Vice versa. I think Shinsuke is going to win the title from AJ.
Oh, okay, my apologies. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Are you not on that page?
Well, let me see. I'll be honest with you because there's been so many other things I've been like just watching recently. I haven't put a lot. I've really just been looking forward to the match itself. I haven't thought about who's going to win. I kind of want AJ. Well, I kind of want AJ to win it.
It'd be neat.
Yeah,
we're gonna win. We're winning.
We're winning either way. But the reason why I want AJ to win is because AJ, his last 3 WrestleManias haven't been that great. This first WrestleMania, he had a match against Chris Jericho, which was just like It was a throwaway match, kind of like, then the next year he had a match against Shane McMahon, which was like, it was cool for what it was, and AJ is going to be amazing no matter who he wrestles, but it was like, really? And then for this year, it'd be great for him to begin to like get that win at WrestleMania with the WWE title. That would be kind of dope.
Okay, fair enough. But do you think that's going to happen? He's not sure.
I'm really not. I want AJ to win, and part of me thinks AJ will also win because Shin's been kind of cocky. Knee to the face. Knee to the face, which is like, that knee to the face is pretty good, though. So it'd be kind of cool if he wins. And maybe, now let me ask you this, though. If AJ does win, do you think maybe he turns heel and wins?
No.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Well, sadly. There's no real heels right now in the WWE.
All right, we got the United States Championship. Speaking of not real heels, the only heel in that match is Jinder because Rusev is over the moon.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to the Rusev Day chants.
Oh, of course. To be honest with you, I feel like I'm happy they added Rusev because beforehand I felt we had 3 heels. It's like whenever these 3 were wrestling, I'm like, I don't care who to choose for because they're all heels.
Yeah.
And honestly, all 3 of you work better as heels. Bobby Roode is an amazing heel. Randy Orton, he was born to be a heel. He's a heel in life. And so the thing about this is that, so I'm happy that Rusev, and I hope Rusev wins. I think Rusev deserves this win.
Rusev came out tonight and he wrestled Jinder and he beat Jinder. And even though he was a clear face in this, I think part of the thing that people love about Rusev is when he comes out and he smiles about Rusev Day. He's excited about Rusev Day. And he has not been smiling. So I really want him to come out smiling at WrestleMania.
Yep.
And there's the Rusev Day chants, and I want him to move his pecs to Rusev Day.
And go crazy for it, everything like that, like he did the Royal Rumble. Rusev Day. Rusev Day.
Man, it wasn't that long ago he came out in a tank.
That was awesome.
It was awesome.
That was his match against Cena. That was amazing.
Yeah. I also am going with Rusev. Now we have the tag team match. For a while I thought, didn't we think this was going to be a ladder match?
We did?
You didn't think that?
The only reason why I said I didn't think that is because I can't see the Hammer Brothers going up at ladders. That's the only reason.
Luke Harper had a great ladder match against Dean Ambrose once, right?
I remember it was the Intercontinental Championship, but remember that's also where he injured Dean.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they had to like pan away. So I don't trust those 2 with ladders. So yeah, who do you think is going to win this one?
Gosh, I mean, I kind of want the Bludgeon Brothers to win.
Honestly, I think the Bludgeon Brothers are going to win. They're trying to build up their momentum, trying to create them as dominating force. After WrestleMania, we might get the premiere of the Authors of Pain or maybe some other tag team. So potentially, I think they're going to get the belts.
Man, when are the New Day going to break up?
Why would they?
They have to break up sometime.
Why would they?
They're getting stale to me.
Okay, so here's the thing. So imagine this. You break up the New Day. What happens next?
I think you have Xavier and Kofi turn on Big E.
Really?
Yes.
But then what goes from there, though? Like, honestly.
Well, then Big E, beats those guys and then goes on to be a big face.
Yeah, but the problem is, my problem with this, though, I love those 3 guys. I think those are 3 individuals that work well together. I don't think they're individually strong. Like, we've seen Kofi be there for a decade, and Kofi tried to get over by himself. It was impossible.
It wasn't impossible. I don't know. When he had that program against Orton, the people were behind him, and Vince pushed him for a little bit and then got bored. That's Vince's fault.
So I missed that part of I wasn't in the wrestling when that happened. I have seen the videos from it, but honestly, like, I kind of feel that they break apart. I'm not sure how strong they'd be individually. That's my only worry. Like, Xavier Woods has gotten they've all gotten way better with their mic skills. I think Xavier Woods is the best, but if they were to break apart, I'm not sure about where they go right now.
That ladder match was against Ziggler, huh? I guess that makes sense. Yeah. I remember that they all were kind of in it at the same time. That's why you're here, Craig. That's why we're here. You're here to set me straight on my faulty memories.
Craig, wasn't that the Intercontinental Championship? And wasn't that a Battle Royale where it was like Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, and some other people too? It was a Battle Royale.
Well, there was I don't know if it was a Battle Royale. There was a ladder match at WrestleMania that Daniel Bryan won. Yeah, that was for the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah. And Bad News Barrett was in there too. That might have been 2015 or 16, so maybe just get my years mixed up. All right. Let's go to the Tag Team Championship, where Braun... Junior's favorite part of Raw.
It was my favorite part too.
Braun's brother,
Brain Strowman. He's so smart though. I heard he got a 1500 on the SAT.
I don't know if that's good or bad. It's probably pretty good. I don't know what the SAT scores are. I guess. I don't know. I think they haven't announced it just because I think it would be Rey Mysterio if he was healthy, and I think they don't know if he's healthy.
It could be a fake out as well because Ray's talking about how he's injured, but it could be a fake out like they did last year with the Hardys.
Absolutely, it absolutely could be.
I mean, if we were to go through it right now, potential, you just add to this list. So I remember you called it a while back, about 3 weeks ago. You said James Ellsworth, which obviously is still my favorite choice. Second person could be Elias, because Elias, he hasn't been out to the card yet.
That's true. That's true.
Third choice could be Rey Mysterio, which the Rumblies have been going on for about. The fourth choice, which honestly I think is going to be, and I'm not excited about, I think it's going to be the Big Show.
Huh.
Apparently the Big Show's coming back.
Okay.
It would happen.
That's certainly a possibility.
I would not be excited for this.
And they'll win? You think? Yeah, you think they'll win,
right?
Right?
They will definitely win. Anybody else you think I'm missing?
All right. Let's see here. There's the triple threat match. What do you got next, Junior? What's next on your clickety-doos? Clickety-doos. He's clicking like a maniac over there. Surprise us.
Oh, so thanks, Craig. There are rumors going on Bray Wyatt might be his partner. John Cena. Matt, I like that prediction, but John Cena said it on Raw. He said he wouldn't chat with Braun. He didn't want to hold back, take a spot away from somebody else. So, good prediction. I was thinking the same thing earlier.
Did we talk about this?
We mentioned it. We talked about how they came together, they made offenses and whatnot, and we talked about how Shane could turn heel, but we didn't call our winner yet. Oh, okay. You did. We did. Yeah, you said. You did. You said Owens and Zayn are probably going to win.
Yeah, that's my.
I think honestly, I think what's going to happen is I think Daniel Bryan and Shane will win, and I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will just go to Raw. Intercontinental Championship triple threat match. Finn did lose on a Raw. That could.
They traded. They went back to back, week to week. Seth won one last night. Finn won a week ago. I think it depends. Yeah, it could be either of those guys. Do we see Miz retaining?
Well, he kind of has to because he's getting close to breaking that record. But I mean, it's not consecutive, so he can just get the belt later and win anyway. So I think he'll probably lose it. If I was a betting man, if Roman's going to win, I feel that after this, Roman would have a feud with Seth Rollins, which would be weird, but they'd probably have a feud together for the WWE Championship. And so I kind of feel that they would give it to Finn, and Finn could elevate that belt and maybe have some fun with it. Here's my question, though. We haven't seen Demon Balor for a while.
That's a good question. Is he going to come out as the Demon?
You think he's going to come out?
They haven't said it either. They haven't even hinted at it.
They haven't. And the problem with it is, let's say the problem with the storytelling is, honestly, if I were them, I would have had Finn Balor losing these past 3 weeks, so he has to become the Demon to get that extra edge, get that motivation to come out to get the belt. Oh, we forgot about one more prediction. Oh yeah, so I would say I would go with that.
You'll go with who? With who?
Oh, sorry, I would go with Finn Balor winning the belt.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Junior points out that Miz is probably going to spend some time with the new kid. That makes sense.
Congratulations, Miz.
Congratulations, Miz. Thanks, guys. Hey, no problem. Thanks for watching. Ronda Rousey taps out Stephanie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Good to know. NXT TakeOver.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that one.
I'm like, again, I think we talked about this before, or maybe it was Joe and I don't remember, but I do not keep up week to week with NXT. I have too much shit going on. Oh, okay, we'll talk about that. Yeah. So, but I still am excited every TakeOver, and I'm never disappointed. So there's the brand new NXT North American Championship. It's Adam Cole versus EC3 versus Killian Dane versus Lars Sullivan versus Ricochet and Velveteen Dream.
Whoa. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. You get your predictions, I'll be right back.
All right. All right. I'm being left in the dust. That's fine.
I'm coming.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of Velveteen Dream. I'm a big fan of Adam Cole. And I'm a big fan of Ricochet. And it's really cool because I saw Ricochet wrestle 12 feet in front of me at PWG in Reseda, which is now, side note, they got, 2 more shows at the American Legion, which has been such a wonderful, intimate show every time. And now they're going to, downtown, wherever they were last time. And it makes sense. I mean, they're losing so much money anytime they don't go to the American Legion. And where did he go? All right. Wait, what? All right. Okay, so who do you think's going to win? You guys are excited about, okay, Matt's on EC3. Matt's got EC3. I'll tell you, I didn't watch a whole lot of Impact. I remember EC3. I'm very surprised that they're still calling him EC3. If I was in Craig would not want to go to the main roster because, okay, it's true. Vince is I think overall Vince is 50-50 with bringing NXT guys to the main roster. But they're getting more money, dude. They get to buy houses and stuff and have families, live comfortably. That's a big incentive. Matt, you're going with EC3 and you hate his guts. Is there anything to hate about? I guess he's been a bad guy most of the time. I'm trying to think. Maybe Ricochet shouldn't go in right away and win. I think I want Velveteen Dream to win. I think he's really improved. I think he would be. I mean, if we were going to do the parallel between the WWE title and say the Intercontinental title and the NXT title and the North American title, that's the workhorse title. Of course, every title in the NXT is the workhorse title. But I think I want Velveteen Dream to win. But I will not be upset with any of those guys. Killian Dane, I don't even know which guy that is. Which one is he?
He's the one fighting Sinaloas with the long hair.
But is Lars Sullivan bald?
Yeah.
All these guys, all these white guys look the same to me. I can't deal with it. Except for EC3. Adam Cole, I feel, is higher than the North American title. I think he should still be in the main event match. I'm going to talk about the triple threat tag match, Undisputed Era, which is Adam Cole really going to do double duty? Do we know what's happening there?
So, because Fish is out.
Is Fish officially out, or we just know that he's hurt? Did they officially said it? Did they officially put Adam Cole in there? Okay, well, Kyle O'Reilly and another partner who is probably Adam Cole. That'd be crazy if Adam Cole wrestled twice. Be even better if he won both times. Facing the Authors of Pain, facing Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. And Roderick Strong also filling in for an injured guy. Who was it? Tyler Bate? He got injured? What happened to him again? Okay, so he's injured. Pete Dunne. I really like that Pete Dunne. I think the UK title should be defended more on NXT. I don't think there's a question of that. I would say the Undisputed Era will keep it simply because I don't see Dunn and Strong staying together forever. And the Authors of Pain, I think, are moving up. Something about the Authors of Pain. Their names are Akam and Razor, which is ridiculous because it's Occam's razor. It's a play on Occam's razor. And if you're going to do a play on Occam's razor, call them Occam and Razor. Don't call them Akam and whatever the fuck they're calling them. What's up, Ryan? He's always been a jackass. Matt, you were at TakeOver Chicago. What was the main event there again? What was the main event in Chicago? Was that War Games?
The Ciampa and Sinaloas.
Oh, okay. So you're going to get another Ciampa Gargano match. That should be a lot of fun. Obviously, well, not obviously. Gargano's going to win, right? Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler. Singles match for the NXT Women's Championship. I think it would be good for Ember to retain. I think that they should give her a while with the title. I think that makes sense to me. Shayna, I like. Who did she fight at the last one? Who did Shayna fight?
It was Ember Moon.
Was it Ember?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then the main event, Aleister Black against Andrade Almas. I could see Black winning the title. Especially he got Match of the Year and Superstar of the Year, right? Yeah. You think Gargano's moving up, Matt? I guess he could. Right away? All right. I think I give it 55% chance that Black wins the title. That's where I'm at. Johnny had to go...
Put money in the meter. Sorry, everybody. I'm back.
I went over most of the NXT TakeOver card.
No! Really?
Sorry, bud. What do you want to hit? What do you want to hit?
I see here. Amber Moon.
Gargano, Ciampa, North American Championship, Tag title match, Women's title, NXT title.
Okay. Let's see here. NXT Championship.
Almost or Black?
Yeah, Black.
Okay.
He had a great match against Velveteen Dream. I think it was amazing. I think they've been building this kid up. And I think Almost is ready to come to possibly to the main roster. He already debuted in the Royal Rumble, so that would probably be the next step.
It's so funny. I saw Aleister Black as Tommy End and Ricochet Septembers ago at PWG Battle of Los Angeles, and it was just amazing. And I knew they were both getting moved up sooner than later. So it was, for me, it was really neat to see those guys right in front of me, knowing that they're hitting the main roster sooner than later.
That's dope, and it's awesome when you see that too. When you like see somebody like go from like the indies to like the main rosters now, it's like it makes you realize okay, like hard work and dreams do come true. And what's up, Ryan? Good to see you in the chat room, bro. Let's see here. Other one, Amber Moon.
Yep.
The NXT Championship Women's match.
Yep, against Shayna Baszler. Baszler? Is that how you say that?
Yeah, I'm calling for Amber Moon.
Me too.
She has a lot of like momentum going right now. And I believe, honestly, this is one of the few situations where I think the WWE is doing long-term storytelling. I think she'll be the one to beat Asuka someday.
Ember?
Yeah. Because remember they had that standoff at the Royal Rumble as well, and she looked at her with her arm hurt and everything like that, and then they kind of like went back and forth and everything like that. It's kind of like almost like, again, make it like an anime reference, but it's kind of like you have your hero who keeps losing against like this person over and over again as they keep getting stronger and stronger. And so that would be a great payoff for her to beat Asuka someday. So while everyone else is losing, Ember could be the chosen one to finally beat Asuka. And kind of like, because right now, except for Asuka, Ember's undefeated. So that would kind of like unblemish her record as well.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's just recap the WWE Hall of Fame.
Chicka Hall of Fame, fame.
We've got Goldberg being inducted by Paul Heyman. Ivory being inducted by Molly Holly.
I like that one a lot.
Jeff Jarrett being inducted by the Road Dogg, Jesse James.
If I had a guitar, I would hit Junior with it right now.
Hillbilly Jim being inducted by Jimmy Hart.
Biggest chest in the world.
Mark Henry being inducted by The Big Show.
Strongest man in the world. I still don't believe that's accurate, but hey, he keeps saying it. I'll believe it.
I think even Meltzer was like, there was a legitimate claim to that for a long time, and maybe still, who knows. The Dudley Boys being inducted by Edge and Christian.
Junior, get the tables.
And then we have the Warrior Award, that little fella. JJ Robertson.
Which is, he's a cute kid. Like, honestly, like, I'm like, all right, like, it was cool. I like him.
Sure. And some other guy.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
They can't all be winners.
They can't, exactly. Cleanse the palate. Man, were you watching when Trump got inducted?
Yeah.
I'll say one thing for him. He knew he didn't fucking belong. He kept it real short and sweet and got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, he
that
did.
was the best thing he ever did.
Yeah, but you heard he's running for politics and he's running for office in Michigan right now.
I'm talking about Trump.
Oh, I was talking about Kid Rock.
Okay. I thought you were doing really? He's running for politics?
No.
Even Kid Rock was like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. He definitely floated it because why not? But no, he's not doing that. Let's go over the Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor.
Yeah.
The Briscoes versus Jay Lethal and Tanahashi.
Mm-hmm.
Do you watch Ring of Honor?
A little bit, not that much. A little bit. Like
Okay.
I've been getting more and more indoctrinated into it, and I'm loving every step of the way. But I'm still getting more and more into it slowly but surely.
I have not. I haven't. I haven't. I don't have the time. So let's go. Okay, Kenny King against Silas Young. I know I like Kenny King a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Tomohiro Ishii versus Punishment Martinez. I know neither of those gentlemen. Did I say their names wrong?
You're right.
SoCal Uncensored. Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky against Flip Gordon and the Young Bucks.
Ooh.
Ladder match for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team championship.
Yeah, that's probably going to be amazing. Like, I've been watching more and more Young Bucks matches, and I'm not going to go in, like some people say, oh, they're the greatest tag team in the world, but damn, there's some really great natural talent in those two kids. Like, they're young, they're legit young guys, but the natural talent they have in the ring right now is amazing, and they're kind of remind me of, like, the Hardys and Edge and Christian, where they're developing their charisma and their athletic ability. Like, I think if they stay on this trail, by the time they come to the, well, if they choose to, but like in a few years, they will be the definitive greatest tag team in the world.
You know, it's interesting because for so long, everybody's been, well, not everybody, but there have been a number of critics saying the Young Bucks, they just hit their spots. They have no storytelling skills. But I think certainly over the last year or so, that has definitely not been the case. And from what I'm hearing, their match against, well, shit, man, that's the one that you were at. Them against
the Golden
Lovers
was a lot of storytelling. Like, it was a great deal of storytelling being said right there. And the cool thing about it was that, like, Kenny Omega is like legit real life mentoring them, and they're friends and helping each other out. So they're all growing together. So, hey, like I again, that's why I said they're not the greatest tag team in the world right now. But they're developing those skills, though. They are young. They're inexperienced to a certain degree. But every match, they're definitely getting better. So that's why I say, like, give them 3 to 4 years. They're going to be on that level.
What's your take on Christopher Daniels?
Christopher Daniels?
Yeah. Him and Kazarian. Okay, maybe you don't know him as well. You're not into that. Okay. Well, first of all, he's objectively very great. But also, like, I met him a couple of times.
Oh, really?
And he's really nice. I might actually be able to see him Thursday. I don't know. Anyway, that should be pretty great. I mean, fuck. Okay, Christopher Daniels, like, late last year, was in a match for the Ring of Honor title against Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes powerbombed him through a flaming table.
Who?
And I saw him at work, Christopher Daniels.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Well, just walking around?
I'm not even gonna. I'll tell you after.
Of course. All right. Did you talk to him?
I did, and he recognized because we have this mutual friend. His name is Tony.
That's dope.
And I saw him like a couple of weeks after that, and I reintroduced myself because I don't expect him to remember.
Of course, yeah.
Even though we're friends of a friend, but I was like, hey, no more flaming ladder and flaming tables. Don't do that anymore. He's like, yeah, I don't recommend it.
Oh, poor guy.
Okay, there's a tournament final for the inaugural Women of Honor Championship,
which is going to be awesome because finally the women's wrestling started making it overseas now, which shows like how much the women's revolution is going.
Now you say that, but I don't know who these people are. Do you know who these people are?
Tessa Blanchard's there, and
but she's not in the. Tessa Blanchard's not in the final. First, we have Sumi Sakai against Tenille Dashwood. Tenille Dashwood is Emma. Emma can't win, right? She's not a good wrestler. Right?
Whoa, really?
Emma?
She's not the best, but she's okay.
Good night, Matt. Matt, before you
Matt.
You guys tell me if I'm wrong. Emma's terrible, right? Kev's right or wrong, and I'll move on. Okay, I don't know who the other gal is.
Don't forget, she started the women's revolution.
I don't think that's true. Also, Kelly Klein versus Mayu Iwatani. I don't know who either of those gals are. Junior? Nothing? Okay, we don't know. We don't know who these people are.
I will say this, though. Like, when John Cena was cutting that promo
man.
the other night, talking about The Undertaker, he did a cool thing about promoting the other matches on the card. He promoted, like, Daniel Bryan returning, talking about how he's finally where he belongs. He promoted the Shinsuke Nakamura AJ Styles match. But one thing I said was cool that when he talked about the Women's Battle Royal and some of the women's matches being on the card, he promoted about how, like, the Women's Revolution is great and is a real strong show for equality. So the problem is, though, is that I don't know who these women are yet because I'm still getting into this, but I'm happy they're getting opportunities and I want to see more of it. And Craig, really? Oh, okay. Thank you, Craig. Craig says Emmett isn't great, but she's not that bad. Thank you, Craig.
All right.
She's mediocre. She's okay.
When I think of Ring of Honor, I think of top-tier talent. So I don't think she should be the first representative of the Women of Honor champion.
I give you that.
And I say that not having seen any of the other three women.
Oh, my God. Double K.
Dalton Castle defending the Ring of Honor World Championship against Marty Scurll.
Oh, that one I'm excited for. Marty Scurll entertains. He's amazing in the ring.
And the word is I haven't seen it all that much. He's really been stepping it up in the ring, yes?
Oh, dude, he's awesome. Because like at the last pay-per-view, which is Wrestle Kingdom, he came in a big like owl costume and everything like that, which looked amazing. And that was my first time seeing him in the ring. But have you ever seen him wrestle?
A little bit, not much.
I will say this: he is entertaining to watch because kind of like Kenny Omega when he's like during the tag team match this weekend, he had those whole things like when he put someone on the shoulders, he was like, "There is no escape." There's this whole like dramatic theatrical portrait to it. With Marty, he says his move before he does it, and it's the most hilarious, fun everything ever. He's like, "Super kick." Clothesline, and he's like, "Why are you saying this?" But it's kind of awesome, and I'm beginning to learn what the moves are. Sometimes I don't know all the names, so this is kind of great. He's so much fun to watch.
That's funny.
It was, I gotta give credit to him. He has real dedication. Like they showed some pictures from backstage because at WWE they have a props department, they have costumers and whatnot. So when they come out with their tanks or the big productions, there are people helping them get dressed. For his pay-per-view, there was none of that. He was literally in the back putting that owl costume together like 10 hours before the show, putting it together all day just for that one entrance. So that man has a lot of dedication to the craft. I respect him a lot.
Is he going to beat Dalton Castle for the title?
Whew, that again, I don't know. Again, I'm still getting used to everything like that, but he is a heel, and right now, Bullet Club does not have that many championships, so I think it would be a feather in the cap, so I give it to him. He might win.
I've only seen Dalton Castle at that PWG show. Mm-hmm. And it was hilarious. I thought he was awesome. I'm assuming he's still keeping up the whole gimmick and everything. Does he still have his boys? That's pretty great.
But there was an injury, though. Somebody from New Japan, Will Ospreay, got injured recently. He had a neck injury. He was doing like this flip. I kind of remember you saw that picture of Cody Rhodes with the bleeding and everything like that.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay did kind of a similar thing, but instead of bleeding from his eye, he was like bleeding from the back of his head. And so apparently he finished the match. He finished the match like a true professional, even cut a promo to get the match set up for this New Orleans show. But then afterwards he tweeted, like, "Hey guys, just being honest with you, I'm not sure if I'm going to be 100% ready for the show." So Will Ospreay may not be there, which was
I think he said today that he's in.
He's in?
Who's he fighting?
Junior?
I'm not sure, but he has 3 matches that weekend.
Oh, jeez.
Like 3 different promotions. Yeah.
I think that's a big part of him wanting to come back. It's like, I can't give up this incredible payday. This is the biggest weekend of the year for independent wrestling.
But and again, though, I don't want to. I mean, he's an amazing wrestler, and he's awesome, and I definitely love seeing him in the ring. But you know me, I'm always health first. I want longevity.
Sure.
I want to see people get their people see their careers get cut short.
Sure. Cody versus Kenny Omega. Who's winning? Is this, you talk about long-term storytelling, is this the end of this story?
No.
Okay, if it's not the end of the story, then Cody has to win.
But here's the reason why I say Kenny. The Golden Lovers just recently lost. They lost to Cody and his partner.
Sure.
And so they might as well, and Cody is a heel. What I think is going to end up happening here, I think Kenny Omega will win, but this will be a splitting of the Bullet Club because just like the Young Bucks don't want to be part of Cody anymore.
We're going NWO black and white and NWO red.
Exactly. I think we're going to see a split of the Bullet Club.
So Cody's got Hangman Page. Mm-hmm. Who else?
Probably Marty Scurll. And then Skrull, sorry.
I like Marty Scurll.
Sorry.
Marty Scurll and Shawn Michaels.
My bad. So Kenny will have him. He'll have the Young Bucks. He'll have Ibushi, of course. And then, what's the name of that? I keep forgetting his name. He's the one who has the Bullet Club bunny.
Well, who's there? There's Bad Luck, Fale.
But they're like OG Bullet Club.
Yeah.
They don't show up on being the elite or any of that stuff.
Nah, they do their own thing. They only do their own thing.
Do they have their own show? Is it good?
It's pretty good. It's all right.
And they have the Bullet Club bunny.
Okay, so you say...
You've seen the Bullet Club bunny, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that ran out after Kenny did his bit.
Did it? I thought she still comes.
No, so.
She's not there anymore? Well, I'm not
Are we
watching.
calling it the bunny is a she?
Wait, do you get the Bullet Club bunny?
Kenny.
No, the other bunny. The what you call his valet. Hold on a second. Let me give her a name. She's on Instagram as Muffin Butt.
Craig, we did not pick a match of the week, but Brett Nolan at WrestleMania 10 is a darn fine choice. They open up the show with Brett versus Owen. At the end of the night, Brett beats Yokozuna. Everybody's in the ring to congratulate him, and Owen comes out at the end and, what about me? That was great. Good call.
Yeah, her name is Pieter, the Bullet Club Bunny. She actually shows up. She's been to the ballet a couple times now.
All right, well, that's weird. They have talked about bringing ladies in. But anyway, it sounds very heavily favored in Young Bucks' favor. So they've got to get more people on Cody's side if they're going to do that.
Okay.
So you say Kenny squeaks out a win. Does he
Kenny's
win
gonna-
with his finisher, or is it like a roll-up type situation? It's not a decisive victory if this story continues.
No, but it will be like Kenny will win. But then the splitting of the Bullet Club will like escalate things where there's going to be bigger problems, and then we're going to get like more matches later on. Because again, I do believe in this long-term storytelling, but I kind of see this as the possible conclusion of it because it won't be the real conclusion because the Bullet Club will be split after this.
All right. Well, that's the Supercard of Honor as it stands, unless Mr. Ospreay is part. Is Ospreay part of Ring of Honor or not? Is he just straight up independent? Mm-hmm. There's so much crossover, which is great for the guys.
Mm-hmm. And lots of paydays.
What did we have for news besides stuff that we already talked about? Because I know you were really excited to hit a couple of things, Junior.
Daniel Bryan in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, the greatest Royal Rumble. It's just such a weird. It's such an Indian way to present things. The greatest Royal Rumble. Daniel. Okay, yeah. Show Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan, Kane, and Braun Strowman are the first 5. That's 10% of the greatest Royal Rumble right in front of us right there.
And it's supposed to be, what, 60 people?
50.
50? I still don't know who these other 50 are going to come from. Like, I'm still surprised. I don't know we have this many wrestlers.
No. There's plenty of guys. But if you're not on that card,
you got problems.
Yes.
I think Junior's on that card. Like, Junior's going to just roll out this way. Junior? Hashtag club shirt.
What else, Junior?
So Craig just asked us, Kevin and Johnny, do you guys have a match of the week? Mine's is Brett and Owen at WrestleMania 10.
I talked about that a minute ago.
Wait,
you were doing your own thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I did not pick a match of the week, but I was I have great praise for Brett and Owen at WrestleMania 10.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was putting money in the meter. My bad.
that meaner's making bank tonight.
It really is.
Ryan, I don't watch Marvel Legion. I don't know what that is. Is it a cartoon? Animated program? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to call it a cartoon.
And Craig says, Kevin, you want to see terrible? Have you seen Liv Morgan, Mandy Rose, and Nada Brooke wrestle? Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. I got to be real, though. I do like Liv Morgan as a face, though. She's fun to watch as a face.
She is so bland to me.
Really?
She's blonde, right?
Yeah, but it's not Mandy Rose, the one with the backwards hat. Where she's like, yo. She like bounces the ropes and everything like that.
Ugh.
Oh, KK.
No. Mandy Rose, boring. Dana Brooke. Ugh.
Worldwide?
Right. Yeah. Did they take her out of that now?
No, she's still in it.
Okay, because I saw her. Oh,
she's a statistician. I do like Liv Morgan because I kind of like, I don't know, she has this fun thing, like especially when she's a face. Because when Corey Graves was on NXT, every time she had a match, she would just insult the hell out of New Jersey because that's where she's from, and it was the funniest thing. And then she had some decent matches over there. But the thing about it, she's also really young. Like she's only like 21.
Okay, well, she can learn that.
Yeah, so exactly. So she's kind of like that Young Buck situation. Like, she can only move up. As long as she doesn't get cocky and she continues to stay humble, she can totally move up. Because I think that was like, again, we have all the respect to the world for Paige, and I hope she gets better soon. Just like we saw with Darren Bryan, hopefully in 2-3 years, we see her with a comeback story. But I kind of feel that was a problem with Paige. She got so much success so fast and so young that she kind of took it for granted. Like, ran off with Del Rio, didn't start handling responsibilities, doing a lot of drugs and whatnot. I kind of think she just like could have took those like wonderful gifts she was given for granted.
Well, tell you what, Junior is actually going to be at WrestleMania, our producer for the night. He's going to be at WrestleMania. You're going to the Ring of Honor one? He's going to the Ring of Honor show. Going to, not the Hall of Fame, he's going to Access. And WrestleCon.
Bruce Pritchard.
And I guess he's going to the Bruce Pritchard podcast. They're going to have, I guess he's going to say special guests and whoever he can get to show up.
That'll be dope.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to have a really fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Almost forgot my ways to fix 205 Live.
Oh, what do you got? So
okay.
205 Live, I do not watch. I've heard that it's gotten really good.
No,
does it need to be fixed?
Yes, it does.
Okay, it's better than it used to be, though, right?
Not that much.
Okay, well, I've got a whole internet that is saying that you're wrong.
So here's the thing. Like, I watched it, and it's okay, but has it gotten that much better? No, because you've noticed they haven't even been on Raw recently. Like, they were on Raw, not this week, but the previous week.
Okay.
And then I went ahead and tuned in for it, and there's still, like, a lot of problems because they're doing this whole, because of the Enzo Amore situation, they're doing this whole tournament for the belt. And so right now it feels like they're kind of biding their time. And so, yeah, it's like, for me, when I watched it, I was like, it's still not great. It still has a lot of room for improvement. So I had some ideas. I was discussing this with Junior about some ways to fix 205 Live.
More Gentleman Jack. I fucking love that guy.
He's on the list.
Okay, good. Please,
Okay.
Please continue.
Okay. So, first off, this is the long-term plan. It's about how to fix 205 Live. Because right now, 205 Live is an amazing idea, this cruiserweight division, everything like that. But the problem with this, though, is that not enough people are watching it. It's like, if we had to look at the ratings, we know Raw's number one, then SmackDown, and then we know 205 is like there towards the bottom, whereas like people aren't really tuning in for it. So right now, the first step is we got to get people to watch. So this is my proposal to get people to watch. It's a temporary solution, but it will get people to tune in to watch to see what's happening. We need an influx of nostalgia talent. Because we know that when people see nostalgia talent go, they want to watch these people.
How nostalgia are you talking about?
So these are my 4 picks. If we put these people on 205 Live, Rey Mysterio, Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam can't wrestle anymore, ever.
He's still wrestling.
He's failed every concussion test. He's never wrestling for WWE.
Oh, he is? Okay. So in my dream world, if you could pass him, okay, Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy, and Johnny Wrestling when he makes his premiere.
I think Johnny...
Sorry. Johnny Nitro. Johnny Nitro. So those are my 4 reasons, because you bring those 4 on. They've done a lot of stuff outside of WWE, especially Johnny Nitro and Lucha Underground. Rey Mysterio had an amazing Royal debut. You put those 4 individuals on 205 Live, people are going to watch, because they tried to do it with Rockstar Spud, but you can't do it with one person at a time. Bring in that influx of nostalgia talent. Step 1, we got people to watch. And we also have some good people to have matches with. Number 2.
Well, I'll tell you what. Listen, they're going to be... If they bring Rey Mysterio into the company at all, or Jeff Hardy... Mm-hmm. Well, Jeff Hardy's actually part of the company. They're getting paid way too much money to show up on 205 Live.
Well, here's the thing. So if you put them on 205 Live, you can have them do double duty. Because remember how the 205 Live has those matches on Raw? You can still have those matches on Raw, but all of a sudden you're featuring these guys a little bit. But then again, you're making the conscious decision. You're thinking long term to get people to tune in 205 Live, so you try to build something for the future. I totally agree with you. But it's more of like thinking long term about trying to invest to get people to watch this so we can build this brand up to something like legitimate. Then my next step 2. Are you ready for this, KK?
I'm ready.
Influx of unused NXT talent. Now, if we think about NXT, we had some amazing wrestlers who went up to the main roster that are there right now not doing a thing. We have Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10. We have Tyler Breeze, NXT champion, who was amazing there, who can do some of these high-flying maneuvers. We take those 2, add those to the 205 roster, where they're moving in and out, everything like that, because that'll build the talent base, and you're making use of people that are already there instead of hiring new people.
That's a good point. I think, what is more degrading as that talent? To be doing main event or to do 205 Live? And I don't have an answer for that.
There it is. Okay. Step 3. This is where it gets crazy, KK. This is where it gets crazy. I'm not sure if you're going to be here with me. This is where it gets kind of crazy.
All right.
So as I've been watching New Japan Pro Wrestling, I was like, So they have, a heavyweight championship belt, and they have a junior heavyweight championship belt, kind of like our, cruiserweight or you like Intercontinental Championship. And they have a heavyweight tag team belt, and they have a junior weight tag team belt. We have 2 tag team belts right now, but we don't have enough tag teams to go around. So what we do is we take one of the tag team belts and we make that a junior division tag team belt for cruiserweights. So because they're already showing up on Raw to have these matches all the time, right? In addition, we're always putting them in these ridiculous tag matches when they show up there. This would actually give them a purpose, because we put the tag belt there, all of a sudden they have something to compete against. In addition to that, though, we have one of the greatest tag teams in the world right now who needs someone to compete against, and they could totally compete against the rest of the 205 Live, and that's the Revival. The Revival's whole gimmick is no flips, just fists. If they're competing for the Cruiserweight belt against all these 205 guys who are like tagging together now, all of a sudden it's like, yeah, they're doing flippy stuff and they're getting beat down to the ground by the Revival. All of a sudden they look a lot stronger, a lot tougher, and we can utilize the Revival. So that goes to my point too of also using NXT talent a little bit more.
I think, especially with regards to the Revival, that'd be another thing where if Vince said, "Hey, pal, you guys are going to go help out 205 Live," they'd be like, "We're going to fucking 205 Live? What did we do?" That's what they would say.
True, but it's like, you either go to 205 Live or you're going to be in the Battle Royale, even though you're a tag team. Well, 205 Live, paycheck's a paycheck.
All right.
Plus, we could put the belts on them, and they would get a kick out of that. And
so
then again,
far, I'm not sold on your list. You've got another one. You got another one. You got number 4?
I've got two more. Okay. Number 4. Leave your baby faces as fucking baby faces.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
Because the thing about it is, though, you brought up Gentleman Jack Gallows. He was on fire. Like, he was like, people were getting behind him. He had a great Royal Rumble spot last year where he, like, on fire. Like, people cared about him. Like, oh, he's cool. He's fun to watch. He had did the whole thing with the umbrella against Chris Jericho. Like, he was cool. People wanted to watch him. People liked him. But then we made him a heel. And then all of a sudden, you kind of took that away. So my whole thing is, it's like for your baby faces, leave them as baby faces so people will watch. So that people can get behind them. You don't need to make them heels. Gentleman Jack Gallows is a great example of that. He's someone who didn't become heel so early. He should have stayed a face for a while.
I think when I said I agree, it was more of, I think we need to go back to having good guys and bad guys in pro wrestling. Mm-hmm. And I know that, we're supposed to, it's not like real life where there are shades of gray. But it's just more fun when we're all cheering for the same guy.
Exactly.
Or we're all booing the same guy.
Exactly.
So that doesn't, I don't think you can put a grand rule that says we're not going to turn anybody heel.
No, definitely not. But here's the thing, though. When I say leave your baby faces, leave them as baby faces for their natural run. The thing about this, though, is that Gentleman Jack Gallows was still in his natural run as a baby face.
Yes.
He did. Sorry, Gallagher. Sorry, thank you. Sorry, but he didn't need to turn to a heel so soon or in that manner. If you do have him become a heel. Becoming heel is fine. Just do it as part of a storyline.
Yeah, sure. It's got to make sense. But I think anytime they turn somebody, it's because, okay, something's not working. Let's try this.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then the last one. This is the last one.
You're right, Craig. I'm sorry. Craig's right. They need to do 205 Live before SmackDown, not after. I think the only problem with that is...
people will show up late.
Yeah, because like SmackDown starts at 5 o'clock here in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. So if you started at 4... people haven't gotten off work until 5.
Nope.
So it's,
and not only that, though, people would know that they're filming that. They would potentially just show up late, like, oh, it's at 205 Live. So, Craig, you have a great point, but it gets problematic there.
And you're number 5, I'm sorry.
No worries, that's fine, because that's a great point, because I did think about that, Craig. But that's, again, people getting off work, people just show up late. But if you institute some of these changes, though, you make it worth watching, people will care. And this is the last one. At the pay-per-views, let them fly. The thing about it is, though, is we see with like New Japan Pro Wrestling, we see with like some of the junior heavyweight division stuff they do there, they do some amazing stunts. The thing about it is, though, is that they do these amazing stunts sometimes on a week-to-week basis, which I'm sure Vince and Triple H would be happy with because of potential injuries. But if you just did them at the pay-per-views, all of a sudden people start caring more about that. So at the pay-per-views, let these guys fly. Let them do these amazing spots. Let them do some of these great choreographed segments and whatnot.
Well, I don't think that should just be 205. I think that should be all around. I think that should be, everybody always said, is Shinsuke going to be as great on SmackDown? And everybody said, well, it's if we let Shinsuke be Shinsuke.
Exactly.
And has that happened? Is Shinsuke right now?
Not really, because he's trying to fit himself to that WWE style. This WrestleMania match will be like the true test of it, because the last time we saw him at a pay-per-view, like for a championship, where it was like kind of important, was against Jinder Mahal. And against Jinder, he was able to do all the stuff he would want to do because Jinder couldn't really keep up. But against AJ Styles, the potential is all laid out for him to do himself, to be truly Shinsuke. So those are my 5. Number 1, influx of nostalgia talent. Number 2, influx of NXT talent is being underutilized. Ty Dillinger and Tyler Breeze. Number 3, create a junior, like a cruiserweight tag team belt. Bring the Revival in so they have something to compete against. Number 4, leave your baby faces, who are already your established baby faces, as baby faces that kind of help get the brand over, like Gentleman Jack. And then finally, number 5, at the pay-per-views, just let them file.
Gentleman Jack who?
Gentleman Jack Gallagher.
I'm such a jerk.
Gentleman Jack Gallagher. Got it.
Danny's... Okay, we got to wrap it up. Danny was saying that he doesn't see the shades of gray. He doesn't see that happening, or he doesn't see the solid face and heel happening. And I understand we can have a serious argument about that, but we do have to wrap up. It's the biggest weekend of the year for professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Feel the excitement.
And Craig got a good... I'm sorry, my apologies. Craig said a good point. Stop putting them on the pre-show.
Yeah, if you treat them if you present them as garbage, they're going to be
looked at like garbage.
Yes. WrestleMania, Takeover, Ring of Honor. It's the fucking week.
Mm-hmm. New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Sunday, we're going to do a post show right after WrestleMania. I don't know if I'm going to be here or not. I probably won't be here right away. You'll be here, yeah?
I will be here. Joe will be here, and trust me, we will save a spot for you as long as we can.
As long as we saved a spot for Joe? That's good to know. Where can we find you, Johnny? Where are you on the internet? You
can find me at JohnnyP313 on Instagram and Twitter. Come chat with me. I'll be on, especially live tweeting during WrestleMania, so come give me your thoughts and whatnot. I love to hear what you guys think about the show as we watch it live. So you can find me there.
You can find me at Instagram and Twitter at Kevin Kittredge, or not. I really don't care. I don't count my followers. Is that a jerky thing to say?
That's fine.
All right, great. Have a great week, guy. Exciting week.
The road has ended. WrestleMania is here. Have fun, everybody.
Take it home, Junior.